Okay, this video is a little bit about what is an immersion. An immersion is where a group of people get together and you get to radically experiment with what it means to live out of your strategy and your authority. You know, for me, it's the most direct access to getting to your depth, to get into the depth of what's in your design and how it reveals itself, how it shows up. It's a really, really, really fast way to discover what you're not and to start to reveal what inside of you is always reliable, what is offered to the other. It's really empowering. It's empowering to watch other people go through their process. It's empowering to watch other people share what their experience is, their experiment of strategy and authority. For all the people who are trying to learn human design, whether through a school or just online or listening to a friend or something, those ways can offer something. But for me, my experience is that the immersion process is, well, it's like life. It's so much different to read an adventure book and try to imagine what an adventure is versus going on an adventure and knowing exactly what that adventure is for you and all that it offers you. It happens in here and it reveals itself out of the experience and then it comes out versus being in here and then coming out still through ideas. So an immersion lets you radically experiment with what it is to be in this experiment with somebody who can help offer insights and direction to where you might go to go deeper. What you may try or be able to ask questions that come up as you go through this. Because this process is incredibly simple, but if you're really doing it, it really presents a lot of like, oh shit, what do I do now? Like, if that's true, then, oh man, okay. So we really get to play with that. Immersions tend to be really fun. Because playing in the mechanics can be fun. And it can be very shattering for people because the mind is so strong, or people think that their previous experiences of, other modalities, I've been meditating, I've done yoga, I've done all this self-help, all this personal stuff, and it's like, okay, great. Maybe that has some benefit here, but here we're entering into this to understand that life unfolds in a mechanical nature. The same mechanism we see inside of our body with the way the blood flows and the organs work and the immune system works and everything inside of us works. It's got this entire flow. It's a mechanism that the same way that we're in life is actually a mechanism. That, we're part of a greater whole. We live inside this body. We're just a cell operating inside this larger body. So we have a particular pathway, a particular way that we operate inside of it. And if we're not operating correctly, well, we're basically becoming a diseased cell, which shows up in so many different ways. We get so many little warnings that the way that we're operating isn't working. Most of them show up as frustration, bitterness, anger, disappointment, and then all the little sub-layers that mix all those things together because they're not all separate. So in this process, we'll get to kind of uncover in the live, in the now, and people will have questions, and I'll be able to answer those questions to the best of my ability to give them something to play with so that they can reveal the answers for themselves, so they can see their own truth. So more or less, that's what an immersion does, is it offers you the depth and a radical way into your own experiment to validate what this is and what it is for you.